Beneath Chicago's bright lights and busy streets, eerie stories linger in the city. Today, we're bringing 12 mysterious legends back to life. Number 1. Chicago Moth Man. In the shadowy corners of Chicago, a creature has been stirring up fear and fascination since the early 2000s, the Chicago Moth Man. Locals began whispering about a giant winged figure with glowing red eyes swooping over Lake Michigan and the downtown skyline. Eyewitnesses described the creature as dark and imposing, with a wingspan that stretched wider than a car. Some said it looked like a giant bat. Others insisted it was more human-like, a cryptid that defied explanation. The Mothman's legend grew quickly, with sightings reported near the Navy Pier, Millennium Park, and even O'Hare Airport. Drivers caught glimpses of it perched on bridges or swooping across highways, its wings slicing the night sky. As the story spread, so did the fear. Was this winged figure a harbinger of doom, like its cousin from West Virginia, or merely a misunderstood creature living among us? Researchers and skeptics have debated the sightings, trying to link them to large birds or misidentifications, but the legend refuses to die. Chicagoans continue to trade stories about the red-eyed cryptid, each tale adding fuel to the fire. Some even claim that the Mothman's appearances coincide with tragic events or disasters, cementing its reputation as an omen of misfortune. Today, the Chicago Mothman has become part of the city's folklore, a reminder that even in a bustling metropolis, mysteries can still take flight. Whether it's real or just a trick of the light, one thing's for certain: Chicago's skies will never be the same. Number 2. Wrigleyfield Ghosts. Wrigley Field isn't just famous for baseball, it's also home to a legend that refuses to fade. Among the ivy-covered walls and the roar of the crowds, many fans and staff claim to have felt the presence of the late, great Harry Caray. The legendary Cubs announcer's infectious energy and larger-than-life personality seemed to linger in the stands long after his passing in 1998. Some say they've seen Harry's ghost near his old broadcast booth, a silhouette with glasses and a grin, cheering for the home team. Security guards have reported hearing phantom laughter echoing through the empty stadium, and late-night maintenance crews swear they've caught a glimpse of his spirit waving from the bleachers. It's as if Harry just couldn't bear to leave his beloved Cubs behind. Beyond Harry, others have reported mysterious figures in the bleachers and restless shadows in the dugout. Players and fans alike have shared stories of cold spots, unexplained whispers, and the eerie feeling that they're never truly alone in the friendly confines. Some believe that the spirits of past players, fans, and even groundskeepers roam the stadium, keeping watch over the game they loved. For Chicagoans, these stories breathe life into the brick and ivy of Wrigley Field. The legend of Harry Caray's spirit and the ghosts that share his passion remind us that baseball is more than a game. It's a connection to generations of fans and heroes. And in Wrigley Field's hallowed halls, that connection is alive and well. Number 3. Lake Michigan, Sea Serpent. Long before the towering skyline and bustling Navy Pier defined Chicago's shores, whispers of a mysterious creature prowled the waters of Lake Michigan. As early as the 1800s, fishermen and sailors reported seeing a long, serpentine shape cutting through the waves. They described it as a creature with a horse-like head, scales that glistened under the sun, and eyes that seemed to glow in the darkness. Some claimed it stretched over 30 feet long, leaving ripples that carried far into the harbor. The legend of the Lake Michigan sea serpent quickly took hold. Stories spread of the creature appearing during storms, when the winds howled and the water churned. Some insisted it was a warning of bad luck for sailors, or that it protected hidden treasures in the deep. Newspapers picked up the story, drawing curious onlookers to the lake's edge, hoping to catch a glimpse of the beast. Over time, skeptics suggested the sightings were just giant sturgeon or the result of tired eyes playing tricks. But the legend never completely disappeared. Even today, locals talk about the sea serpent, wondering if it still lurks beneath the waves. Some fishermen refuse to go out on the lake alone, afraid they might encounter the creature that once terrified their ancestors. For Chicagoans, the sea serpent is more than a monster. It's a part of the city's maritime lore. It stands as a reminder that even in the modern age, mysteries still swim beneath the surface, waiting for the curious and the brave to uncover them. Number 4. Hull House Devil Baby. In the early 1900s, the Hull House settlement on South Halsted Street was a beacon of hope for immigrants seeking a better life. But amid its mission of charity and reform, a chilling story emerged that captured the city's imagination: the Devil Baby. According to legend, a deformed infant with cloven hooves, horns, and a tail was born to an Italian mother who had mocked a religious icon. Word spread like wildfire, and crowds gathered outside Hull House, desperate for a glimpse of the cursed child. Jane Addams, the founder of Hull House, tried to calm the hysteria by insisting the story was pure rumor. But that didn't stop the flood of visitors hoping to see the Devil Baby with their own eyes. Some swore they'd heard it crying in the night, while others claimed they'd seen its shadow flitting across the windows. The legend took on a life of its own, fueled by Chicago's deep superstitions and immigrant folklore. The Devil Baby became a symbol of the city's struggle between faith and fear. It reflected the anxieties of new immigrants torn between old-world beliefs and the modern challenges they faced in a bustling urban landscape. For many, it was a cautionary tale about respect for religion and the dangers of mocking the unknown. Today, the Hull House Devil Baby remains one of Chicago's most intriguing legends. Even though the building now serves as a museum, visitors still ask about the cursed child. It's a reminder that some stories are too powerful to fade away, and that every city has its secrets lurking in the shadows. Number 5. Resurrection Mary. In the 1930s, along Archer Avenue on Chicago's southwest side, tales began to spread of a ghostly figure known as Resurrection Mary. She was said to be a beautiful young woman in a white dress, seen wandering the roadside near Resurrection Cemetery. Drivers reported picking her up as a hitchhiker, only to have her vanish without a trace as they neared the cemetery gates. The legend began after a young woman named Mary allegedly died in a car accident after a night of dancing at the nearby Willowbrook Ballroom. Since then, countless motorists claim to have encountered her, some describing a soft voice asking for a ride home. Her sudden disappearance and the eerie cold she left behind sent shivers down the spines of even the bravest drivers. Through the years, Resurrection Mary's story became a symbol of heartbreak and mystery. Some believe she's still searching for a final resting place or a lost love, forever trapped between the living and the dead. Sightings continue, keeping Chicagoans on edge whenever they travel that stretch of road at night. For many, Resurrection Mary embodies the tragic beauty of Chicago's ghostly legends, a reminder that sometimes the past lingers long after the music stops and the lights fade. Her story has become a part of the city's folklore, told and retold by those who swear they've seen her on a lonely night along Archer Avenue. Number 6. Chicago Candyman. In the shadows of Chicago's Cabrini Green housing projects, a chilling tale emerged in the 1970s that terrified generations: the legend of the Chicago Candyman, also known as the Hook Man. According to urban legend, a vengeful spirit with a hook for a hand haunted the high-rise corridors and alleyways, seeking revenge on those who dared to challenge him. The story told of a man who met a brutal end in the building's decaying stairwells, only to return as a ghostly figure with blood-red eyes and a hook dripping with menace. Residents spoke in hushed tones of hearing his hook scrape the walls at night, or seeing his shadow lurking in the dark corners of abandoned apartments. Some claimed he would appear in mirrors if you said his name 5 times, his hook raised to strike. This legend thrived amid the real struggles of Cabrini Green, a place marked by poverty and crime, but also by resilience and community. The Candyman became a cautionary tale for children, a symbol of the dangers that hid in the city's neglected spaces. He was a ghost born of fear and tragedy, embodying the anxieties of a neighborhood fighting for survival. Today, Cabrini Green has been mostly demolished and replaced with new developments. Yet the legend of the Chicago Candyman lingers, reminding people that some stories cling to a place long after the buildings are gone. It's a testament to how folklore can shape our sense of history, transforming abandoned hallways into sites of endless fascination and fear. Number 7. Congress, Plaza, Hotel, Ghost Boy. In the heart of downtown Chicago stands the historic Congress Plaza Hotel, a place as famous for its luxury as it is for its eerie tales. Among the many stories whispered by staff and guests alike, none chills the bones quite like that of Carol, the Ghost Boy. Carol was a young Czech immigrant who lived in the hotel with his mother during the 1930s, seeking refuge in the city's bustling streets. Tragedy struck when his mother, overwhelmed by despair, leaped to her death from a hotel window, taking Carol with her. Locals say the boy's spirit never left the place. Guests have reported seeing a small, ghostly figure darting through the hallways, sometimes giggling, sometimes silent. Late at night, some hear the faint patter of tiny footsteps, only to find no one there. Staff members have spoken of toys mysteriously moving on their own and lights flickering without explanation. Some even claim Carl appears near the grand staircase, staring with sad eyes that seem to search for his lost mother. Despite renovations and modern upgrades, the Congress Plaza Hotel can't shake the legend of the Ghost Boy who never truly checked out. For many visitors, Carol's story is a reminder that even amid the city's glamour, there are echoes of sorrow that refuse to fade. The Congress Plaza Hotel stands as both a monument to Chicago's history and a home to one of its most haunting legends. Number 8. Feral Crocodile. Beneath the streets of Chicago, where the city's labyrinth of sewers winds like veins beneath the pavement, lurks a legend that has both fascinated and frightened residents for decades: the story of the feral crocodile, also known as the sewer gator. In the early 1900s, rumors began to swirl about crocodiles, escaped from circuses or exotic pet collections, finding their way into the city's underground waterways. According to the legend, one of these reptiles adapted to life in the shadows, growing to monstrous proportions. Sewer workers and maintenance crews told tales of catching glowing eyes, watching them from the darkness, or hearing the heavy splash of something large moving through the water. Some even claimed to have found claw marks in the concrete walls, a chilling reminder that something powerful lived just out of sight. Newspapers occasionally fueled the myth, reporting mysterious disappearances of pets and livestock near manholes. While city officials often dismiss these reports as exaggerations, the legend of the feral crocodile refused to die. It became a symbol of Chicago's hidden dangers, a reminder that even the most modern city could harbor ancient fears. Today, the story lives on in the city's collective imagination, a tale parents still share with wide-eyed children about the perils of wandering too close to a sewer grate. Number 9. St. Michael's Devil. In the heart of Chicago's Old Town neighborhood stands St. Michael's Church, a towering structure that has watched over the community since the 1800s. Built by German immigrants, the church's tall steeple was said to be one of the few structures left standing after the Great Chicago Fire of 1871. But beneath its sacred walls, whispers of a darker presence took root, a legend that has haunted the parish for generations. Locals tell of a mysterious figure known as the Devil of St. Michael's, a shadowy being said to lurk near the bell tower. Some claim to see a twisted face in the shadows after sunset, a reminder that even holy places can hold secrets. The legend says that this figure was once a man who wronged the church and was cursed to remain there for eternity, unable to escape the sins of his past. Through the years, churchgoers and priests alike have reported strange sounds, echoes of footsteps on empty staircases, and sudden gusts of cold air on calm days. Some even say they've heard the faint laughter of a man who seems to take pleasure in frightening those who dare to linger after dark. Each generation has added its own details to the legend, fueling the story with new fears and curiosities. Today, St. Michael's stands as a reminder that even places of peace can harbor secrets. The legend of the Devil of St. Michael's reminds us that no matter how strong our faith, the past always finds a way to leave its mark, haunting the corners of our city's history. Number 10. Lincoln Park Zoo Ghosts. Before Lincoln Park Zoo became a beloved family attraction, the land it rests on held a much darker purpose. In the mid-1800s, this lush, green space was once Chicago's city cemetery, home to thousands of graves. When the city decided to transform the area into a public park, many bodies were relocated, but not all found a proper resting place. Some believe the spirits left behind still wander the zoo's pathways today. Visitors and zookeepers have long reported seeing figures moving among the animal enclosures, vanishing as quickly as they appear. Some tell of cold spots that chill you to the bone, or the feeling of being watched when no one is around. One of the most famous sightings is that of a weeping woman dressed in white, said to be searching for a loved one lost during the hasty relocation. Employees working late at night claim to hear whispers in the darkness or the sound of footsteps echoing across the old cemetery grounds. Shadows flicker in corners where no one stands, and animals occasionally react to something unseen. Some say it's the spirits reminding us that their stories were never truly laid to rest. Lincoln Park Zoo remains one of Chicago's most cherished attractions, but beneath its cheerful exterior lies a reminder of the city's complicated past. The ghosts of its cemetery days remind us that history is never really gone. It simply waits in the shadows, ready to tell its tale to those who listen. Number 11. Thunderbirds. High above the Chicago skyline, an old legend has soared for centuries: the Thunderbirds. These massive birds of prey have been part of Native American stories long before the city was built. According to local tales, the Thunderbirds are enormous creatures with wingspans said to rival small planes. They control the storms and lightning, and their appearance often signaled change or danger. In the late 20th century, reports of Thunderbird sightings began to surface again. Witnesses described seeing enormous, dark birds swooping through the skies above the city, their wings casting shadows on the streets below. Some even claimed they heard the thunder roll moments before the creatures appeared, like the echo of ancient legends calling them home. These stories blend history with the thrill of mystery. Chicagoans who live near forest, preserves, and lakefront parks have whispered about massive shadows seen on cloudy nights, or the occasional gust of wind that seems to carry a cry from the sky. Some think the Thunderbirds watch over the city, protecting it from unseen threats. Others say they're a warning that the city's restless spirit can't be tamed. Today, the legend of the Thunderbirds remains one of Chicago's most intriguing mysteries. Whether they're guardians, omens, or simply the product of imagination, these giant birds continue to inspire awe and wonder, reminding us that some legends are just too big to be grounded. Number 12. Grant Park Ghost Lady. On foggy nights in Chicago's Grant Park, some say a woman emerges from the mist, her silhouette barely visible in the moonlight. Known as the Grant Park Ghost Lady, or the Mist Woman, her story dates back to the 1800s, when the area was filled with shipping docks and rowdy taverns. Locals believed she was the spirit of a woman who vanished one night near the lake, leaving behind only whispers of sorrow. Witnesses describe her as a graceful figure dressed in a flowing gown, drifting across the grass and disappearing as quickly as she appears. Some say she's searching for a lost love, while others claim she's forever tied to the waters of Lake Michigan, unable to move on. Her presence is often felt in the early morning hours, when the fog rolls in and the city seems to hold its breath. Over time, her story became a staple of Chicago folklore. Park goers and joggers have reported seeing her near the Buckingham Fountain, standing motionless before melting back into the mist. She's become a symbol of the city's mysteries, a reminder that even in the busiest parks, the past still lingers. For many, the Mist Woman is a comforting figure, a part of the city's spirit. Her legend lives on through every eerie encounter and every whispered tale, reminding us that Chicago's history is always waiting in the fog just beyond the glow of the streetlights. If you enjoyed the video, please click the like button, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. See you in the next one.